Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is George Kosch. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Worldprofit back in 1994, long time ago. Today is the 22nd of February. We're almost through winter, a couple of short weeks left, and we'll be into spring. Sales are going really well. We're very happy with everything. I want to welcome all the new silver members and, of course, congratulate all of you for taking the leap and giving us a try. Find out how to build a business, and like I said, how to get started. The first thing you want to do is, well, if you're here watching this live or you're here watching this as a recorded video on YouTube or in the member area, good for you. You're starting the right way. You want to get your training. You want to come to the workshops if you can, and at least watch the weekly workshops just to stay in touch and stay on top of things. Get on lesson number 3. That's the key to the whole thing. Most of our members that are promoting and building a list are on lesson 3. And that's one of the big mistakes that people make, is they come online, and I phoned someone back. They called me and they had some questions about the internet and everything and promoting, and I said, listen, you got to start a business online. She asked me, I just want to promote this product. And I said, well, that's fine, but you really need to start by not promoting the product. You really want to start by getting a website with a method to capture leads in the form of a newsletter. And that's all provided by Worldprofit. That's why we host your site. And you get it all set up and going, and then we get you on lesson 3 and you start promoting. And the reason that you promote is to build a list. And we build 2 lists at the same time. We build your newsletter list, your prospect emailer list, which are really the same, and of course the associate list. And that's how we get it all started. You start learning right away to build a list. And that's how you get going, is you get on this top menu here where it says training link. If you go to your member area, you can see training up here on the top. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the video to get you started. And this video is just me going on for about 45 minutes, taking you through what to do and what not to do in the member area. And you should watch it several times. You should take notes. You always want to make sure that you have, I always use sticky notes, and I also use a notepad here, which is really good. You can use, a notepad this big or a full, notebook or anything that you want. That's very important to have that, to take notes so that you can follow along with what you're doing, because you're going to sign up for different places and you're going to do promotions and all of that good stuff. The first place that you're going to go actually is 20 traffic streams right here. And that'll get you started. You don't have to sign up to all of these things. You can sign up for Hercules and state-of-the-art mailer, and you can then go to the traffic exchanges and you can sign up with lead magnet, traffic ad bar, just to get yourself started. You don't have to start in all 25 of them. We have some people that are in 25, 30, 40 of these things, and you can do it because you just get organized. You can use a spreadsheet if you want, just to keep track of what you're signing up for. Make sure that you write down the email addresses that you're using. You can get several Gmail accounts, and don't overload them, because they will start blocking email at a point. I'm not sure. I've never had that happen to myself. But if you get too much email too fast, you just definitely want to have at least 2 Gmail accounts. And you can change your Gmail accounts, like the same one. You can use it a couple of times, because, for example, if I was to just type this out here for you, my email address is georgekosch@gmail.com. But it can also be george.kosch@gmail.com. Okay, it can be g dot or dot. You can put the dots in there as long as you keep all of the letters the same or symbols or whatever it is you're using in your email. The only problem with that though is don't go too crazy with it, because you might overload your email. And I get the question over and over again, what do I do with all this email? Well, at the end of the day or after 2 days, you can delete it all. Just clear it off. You don't need to keep it. You don't have to earn all the credits and things like that. And I'll be talking about that as we go along here, because I want to make sure that you guys understand, when you get into these things, you don't have to do everything that's there. You don't have to read every single email. All right. The whole idea of the safe list is it's a cooperative system, and we'll talk about that shortly. Okay. So start by doing the promotion. I've had a few people send me notes and say, how am I doing? And they'll have 25 or 30 clicks a day, and then I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's a good start. Try to get the clicks up to about 200 a day from safe lists alone. Traffic exchanges, you can get 500 or 600 clicks a day, because the quality of a traffic exchange is not as high as a safe list, because safe lists are sending email to people, they're getting it and they're clicking on it and going from there. When you get to lesson 3, you'll notice that there's a section down below on lesson number 3 about how to get your bonuses. All you have to do is read it. You'll fill out a support ticket and say, give me my bonuses for signing up. That's it. That's all you do on lesson 3, or you could just listen to what I just told you, because that's how you get your bonuses. Why do we do it that way? Well, a number of reasons, but the big one is so that we know that you are on lesson 3 and that you're logged in properly, and that you probably watched the videos so you know how to use the bonuses. All right? So make sure you have your fork and your spoon and your knife before you eat your meal, or it just doesn't look good. You really do want your cutlery when you're eating. So that the whole idea of the bonuses is that you have gone in and you've watched this video here, because without this video, the bonuses aren't going to be very confusing to you, I assure you. Okay? All right. The proof that the program works is you. You're here as a result of your sponsor, who did the training, sent out some emails through the safe list, and you signed up and most likely came in and you interacted with our members who are manning and womaning the live business center. Okay, so when you come in, they're in here and they are greeting associates that are coming in constantly. Okay, so you've got Brian Armstrong in there now. He's one of our monitor supervisors waving at you. He knows what he's doing. People come in and he sort of just greets them there and says, hey, watch the video. Do you have any questions? He also will help silver members who have questions or are confused by something, depending on if he's working with someone else. Okay, so it's all there for you. And if you have the Live Business Center up, you can always turn it off right here. You just click this link and it will turn it off for you. All right. And there's lesson 3 right there. It tells you how to get your bonuses. Tells you about getting to the top menu there. And if you have any support tickets or issues or anything like that, you just fill it out right here and submit a help request. Okay. And we get those all the time. I mean, we have a gigantic system here, right? We have a lot of links and a lot of things going on, and we totally understand if if you get a little confused, right? So it's completely fine to fill out a support ticket and go from there. All right. Are there any questions from anyone? I see a lot of good mornings. Good morning to everyone. And yeah, I want to say a special thank you to our monitors, of course, supervisors, Brian and Linda, for helping bring our new monitors, Michael Leonard and Elaine Thomas, are now senior monitors, doing a great job. I've seen them both in there and they're doing wonderful. We are always interested in having new monitors. You need to have at least 2 to 3, 4 hours a week of time where you can devote to being a monitor. You go through all the training and everything, and you can find out lots of information here On the left-hand menu, it'll say monitor area, and you click on monitor training. Okay, we have hrefs 800,000. Let me just check. I got to show you this just to give you an idea of the amount of. Oh yeah, there we go. The old cookies policy. Backlinks. When you go in here and it'll say, "Where's our backlink tracker here?" Batch analysis, backlink checker. And I'm just doing this because I want you to see something. And I'm not a robot. And you can see this is a backlink, 6,139,000. Like, it's just ridiculous, right? 6 million backlinks. And that's really neat because when you're a monitor, we get a lot of people just signing up on old links. Because you imagine if you have 6 million links coming in, you're probably signing up people a lot. And if somebody comes in without a sponsor, and you're the senior monitor on duty, you get them. And I mean, the value there is pretty good because they just signed in and they're real. Okay, so that's a neat thing. And if you sell a silver while you're on duty as a senior monitor, you get $5. Doesn't matter if it's your silver sponsored or not. And if you're the sponsor, well, then you get the extra $5 on top of the commission, which is a good thing to note. I want to talk to you folks about what I'm seeing on the internet now, and it's kind of scary. A lot of people are not understanding that when you get into a monthly membership, every month you get commission when they pay for their month. And a lot of things out there now are one-shotters, meaning you sell some software as an affiliate. It's a one-time thing where they spend $30 and you get your 5 or whatever. It's important to note that monthly programs, and that's why we host websites and all the software and everything, they're the best because every month your commissions compound. So if you sign up 2 or 3 people and say just for example, those 2 or 3 people stay for 6 months. Well, if you did that every month, you could see how that would compound. You might sell 8 packages one month, 4 another. Well, suddenly you start the month, it's like you sold 12. And then so on and so on. And you can get to be someone like Linda or Brian who they have a large customer base. You know, you can see their names here. That's why they continue to sell, because they realize that this is a compound system, right? And these sales here for February don't include January or December or anything. These are fresh sales, but they see the compounding effect of a monthly program. So if you're an affiliate out there for other programs, I'm just mentioning that the strongest ones, the best ones, are the monthly ones. Okay, and Worldprofit is, as we've been doing this for 25 years now, so it works really good because, again, our job is to maintain the site, the software, the hosting, and the email services and everything that we do. Okay, so that's a good thing to note. A lot of people don't think that way. They think, oh, I'm going to join this program that says make $25 a day or something, and you're thinking, how long can that last? Where's that money coming from, right? You know, is it just people paying and then it moves up the chain? Well, those don't last very long. What you're looking for in a company is that longevity. Companies being around for a long time, and I would urge you to look at the monthly ones. Okay, those are the best. It doesn't mean you can't just sell software. I mean, you go into ClickBank or something like that, and many of them are just one-time offers. But you do send those to your list. Okay, make sure that you really understand the big picture here. Is we're trying to teach you to build a list, and then you can send products and services to that list over and over again. Okay, that's why you want a list, and you just don't want to send affiliate links out there to all these different boards and things like that. You're better off putting out your landing pages, like these ones right here, because these will gather leads and put them on a list. That's when you want to send products. Okay, so it's completely opposite of what, for example, when I talked to that woman on the phone, she was immediately, that's what she said, well, I just want to get my product out there. And I thought, that's the natural way to think, and that's why people keep failing over and over and over again, 1,000 times over. Because their mentality is, I'll just take my product and I'll send it out. Or you're going to waste a lot of money doing that. You want to take a landing page, a squeeze page, offer something for free, send that out. Then when they sign up, they're on your list. Then you send your product out, or products, or services. That's what the process is. And the reason that people fight that is because they don't want to put the work in. They don't want to put in the effort to do that. And it is effort. But that's how it works. Okay, it's always worked that way. All right. So let's talk about today. These slides are available. If you want to see these slides, all you have to do is go into your member area, click on Bootcamp Training, and you can see the workshop notes right here at the bottom, and you can look at them anytime you want. Okay. Let's talk about what I wanted to tell you about today. A lot of this first one, the new silver presentation video, is for associates, right? Associates come in, and as you saw, Brian Armstrong's in there right now. He will send them to the silver presentation video. So this is really a note for monitors, and it's available to you if you do want to see it. It's not a training video or anything, it's a presentation video. You can just click on the video locker here, and it's probably one of the most recent ones here. Okay, I usually post them in here. You can look under silver, you can probably just look under silver. Silver might do it here, silver membership, or just go silver, that should do it. Probably find it in here somewhere. Okay, silver member presentation right there. There's a couple of them, right? There's not just one or two, there's probably about 6 of them. But I try to overwrite them all with the same one. Okay, so every time they get updated. That's because of, again, these backlinks here, for example. This gives you an example of, I will just change the video itself and not the link, because people are clicking on those links. All right? Does that make sense? I wouldn't bother, Bobby Joe. That's a waste of time. I wouldn't do that. Nope. I would only click on the ad examples here, and I would promote those. Don't complicate things. Sandy Hunter, our president, wrote a very incredible article about 15 years ago, 10 years ago. It was on a woodpecker. The woodpecker is one of the most successful creatures on Earth because it gets up every day and it does the same thing over and over again. And it gets good results. It just pecks it, bangs into the tree over and over again. Very easy, very simple thing to repeat. As a human making money, I've made millions. I'm a woodpecker. I take these, and people say, well, you know, if I did a video that did this and I add this color thing, you know, I'm like, well, what are you doing? Why would you do that? Just send out the ads. Do that every day. Be the woodpecker. Don't ever change. Do you want to know some people who don't change anything? She's right here. She doesn't change anything. Ivy, Brian, Howard. They just send the same thing out again. So what you want to do, and this is what I wish I had. You remember when you were in school? For those of us over 50, the teacher carried a ruler around. And you remember the knuckle? They'd slap the knuckle if you were getting out of hand. Or if you're trying to do something different. For example, in math class, you sit there and you learn math. If you decided you didn't want to learn math, you got a rap right across the knuckle. In this business, if somebody says to me, George, you know, I wanted to, you know, no, whack. These are the ads that you run. Don't change anything. Send them out. They'll work. Believe me, they work really well. Okay? Do that for the first decade. Make a ton of money, and then you can change things up if you want. But I would give it at least 10 years. of just solid promotion. Linda, she's on her 12th, I think now, so she's extending. Don't change anything. Continue to do this. There's other ads too. You can use advanced ads if you want. There's ads. The bottom line is you just keep repeating this system. Okay, it will work. You don't need to do anything. Okay. Now, how to promote. I wanted to just grab Safe List King. This is what's called a safe list, right? You get logged in. When you sign up for it, you write it all down, and you go to the member area here, and you will always find something called a mailer. And you want to click on that. You want to click on Send Mailing. I sent a mailing out, so it'll say you can send another mailing in a day. That's fine. That's no problem. I was going to show you how to send a mailer out, but I'll tell you what. I'll go to Safe List Extreme. Which I might have already sent a mailing out into, who knows. Let's see if I can get logged in here. This is our login ad system, just so all of you know. You can purchase a login ad here. Do you see how this just came up at one of our safe lists? If you're interested and you have ads that you want to run, you can click on login ads right here. Okay? And these go in all of our sites. Right here, traffic sources we use. Notice it says Safe List Extreme. So this person here is somebody who's paid for the login ads. I'm just not going to bother with this part here. Go to the mailer, see if I can send a mailing out, and there you go. So this is like what you do in these sites. Okay, and you put your subject in here, your message here, and your URL down here. And you get those, and this is all in the first training video, by the way, under training, here on the top menu. You get your ads right here. And you can run the ad the way it is, or you can modify it. I mean, you can get rid of the bottom part if you want. In the case of sending this out to a safe list, you wouldn't say get details here. You would just say get details below, that kind of thing. Now, the neat part about this is if you need help remembering these ads, you can use a great tool under Cool Tools here. I'll open this in a new tab just to show you. There is a extremely good piece of software called JitBit Auto Text. And you can click here to join. I don't think it's you don't get an affiliate link or anything like that. But it's great to just get it and use it to save your ads. So once you get them the way you want them, you can go in here, for example, and if I go DR11, it will get me with 5 years, traffic to 5 sites for 1 full year, and I get rid of that. And then down here, I just go DR, and you see when I go to 2, do you see how it changes it? So it saves it, it's like a clipboard. And then down here, I can get rid of that and just go DR33. And I can assign credits, 500 say, and go from there. Now, the common questions I get are, when should I mail? When you're asking the question, that's when you should mail. So somebody says to me, I'm going to ask you that question, when's the best time to mail? Right when you just asked. You can mail anytime you want. Some of these mailers might take 4 hours to send your mail out. Some might be pretty fast, depending on the mail server. So mail out now. The best time is now. What do you send out? You know, should I send out this first ad? What's the best ad? That's the best ad right there. Oh, no, that one is. That one is. There's the best ad right there. Oh, number 60, that's the best ad. 59 is the best. Are you getting it? They're all the best. Which one should I send out? Send them all out. Send this one out to the one. Send this one out to the other. Send this one out to the other. You know, mix and match. Doesn't matter. Okay? You should think that way, right? That's the way to think. And then you hit the send button, and it'll scan. It'll check the URL, make sure it's all good, make sure it passes all the checks and things like that. And then it will say confirm, and it will go out. Does that make sense? That's what you do in these mailers. You can also go into the ads area and add banners using your credits. Okay, and all you need when you're adding a banner is you need an image and the URL that people go to when they click. Now the image part's usually tricky for some people, but we just happen to have banners right here. So if you go to the top, it will say banners, and you can get the links to the images here. Okay, they're all set there. These are the links that you put into the target. Okay, now you can also make up your own banners if you want. Under website management here, we have image hosting, and you can load any image you want, and you will get an image to it right there. Okay, and you can use that as your image link. Okay. Bobby Joe, that's totally up to you. It just depends. If you want to use all 10,000, use them. If you want to use 5,000 or 500, totally up to you. Whatever you want. It's called JitBit Auto Text. Somebody's asking what it was called. It's under Cool Tools. So just go to Cool Tools, and you can get it there. It's number 6. I recommend number 7 too. Like honestly, if you're going to buy something, buy Postbox and buy JitBit. And neither of them, I don't think either of them have an affiliate program, so they're just kind of listed there. But I can't live without Postbox. I've been using Postbox for over a decade now. I love it. It's absolutely incredible. And it's 25 bucks, I think, maybe 25 bucks. I think JitBit is 20 bucks. Well worth it, because I've never paid again. They always offer, oh, do you want to renew your subscription or something for a year? And I go, no, I'm happy with it the way it is. And Postbox, get these two. It's so worth your time. Just unbelievable. All right. So that's how you do banners. I'm not going to show you this because it's, just go in and play around with these things. You're not going to hurt anything. And if you do have problems, just fill out a support ticket. If you check here, text ads are the same. You see, I don't even have an ad in here. I have 1,000. So what I would do is I could go to that DR11, remember, for 1 year. So tap it to 5 sites, 1 year. That kind of thing, and then here I could go DR33, and this is because I do this for fast track, and you just add it here, and then you can assign credits, 500, and then go down here and click assign. So it'll give me that many views. All right, and Margaret, I've only paid one time. You always have the ability to upgrade, or not upgrade, but yeah, sort of upgrade every year. They might send you an annual fee if you want to upgrade. But I've never upgraded JitBit. Never. I've used this version of JitBit right here forever. I don't know what it says, help about. This is from 2011. So here you go. I've never updated it. I just run it. So you can see I've never paid any more money. Okay, and then with Postbox, the same thing. I have updated that. I'm using Postbox 5, and I think I started at Postbox 3. It's totally up to you though. I'm sure the money is well worth it for these things. Okay. And guess what? You see Safe List Extreme and Safe List King? You get upgraded in those. It's completely free. It's part of, let's go to lesson 3. And here, if I go home, you get upgraded when you ask for your bonuses. Okay? All right, let's keep me on track here. How to promote, so that gives you an idea of what you're doing now. In the industry of internet marketing, most of the, the heavy hitters don't like safe lists and exchanges because they just seem like, well, it's just a bunch of people clicking on links and they're not interested in actually joining any programs or buying anything. And that is completely false when you use the right tactics. In other words, you're sending out the ads we give you because those are designed to generate leads. You're not trying to sell people anything. You're just saying, here, get some information, get a free ebook, get free credits in another mailer. They do work. People do sign up. Okay, and that's the secret to it working. You're not trying to sell things using these. Okay. Just for the monitors, there's a new associate help video for associates. So if you're an associate, I'll give you a quick tour, okay? This is just for the monitors. I'm going to pull up my Firefox here. I'm sure it'll have to update and upgrade and do all those million things. No, I guess I got away with it that time. So I'm just going to log in right here as an associate. And I'll give you a quick peek of what this looks like. Bring this over. Okay, so I added a few things. I think Linda and Brian and all the monitors and members, you'll be very happy with this. You can see, do you see this button bar? Do you know how you get those stupid cookie things all the time? Don't you love the people that made it so it was sort of law that you had these cookie things in? And every single site you go to says, we're using cookies. Is it okay? Amazing, right? Even we have that on worldprofit.com. You kind of have to, right? You're supposed to tell people that you're tracking them and that you're going to, they might sign up for something, right? Because everything is a sign up now. So Linda, Brian, all monitors, just so you know, there's a little thing that comes down. Do you see at the very bottom? It says, just launched, new Silvership membership presentation video. Now, only associates see this, right? Because we want them to see the presentation so they upgrade just like all of you did. So they can click here and it will bring it up. And they can click here to get rid of it. So if I click this, it's gone. It won't come up anymore. But I'm using this for different things like special today. Little headlines that I can make come up here. And then they click here to see what it is. Okay, so it's pretty neat. So now, of course, if they click there, they go to the video. It does not automatically start because Chrome, which most people use, will not auto start videos anymore, which is fine. They just click this little button here and they can start the video. All right, now I will get rid of this now by clicking here. It just goes away. Under free program, now this for monitors, just so monitors know, this video here is for the presentation of the silver membership. Okay. If they click on the free program, there is now a video in here. It's an associate area tour and help video. And believe me, I talk about upgrading in it, but they can also come in here and they can get a little tour of what they can do. Like get their goodies, place an ad. It just talks to them about all of this stuff here. Okay? That's what this video does. It says there's a top menu, there's traffic here, there's goodies and stuff here, there's a live business center, that kind of a thing. And it's brand new. Okay? Are you guys clear on that? Does that make sense? Okay, so there's the two videos. There's the presentation video. You go into the showroom and you want to know about a car and they say you should watch this video. It'll present you the car. And then you also have another video that says, here's a tour of the showroom. Here's where everything is. Okay, so there's two videos. Just as a reminder for all of you, if you want email, it's included in your silver or platinum membership. All you have to do is fill out a support ticket and tell me what you would like. Right? So you go down here, see at the bottom it says email, and then you click web-based email. And you'll say, oh, I don't have an email. Well, you can have one. All you have to do is click on setup instructions and it will say fill out a support ticket. And importantly, this is the big one, let me know what you want. off your domain name, right? You've got to say, okay, I want it to be George or Brian or Bob or whoever. This is just going to take your first name and put it there as an example, but it doesn't have to be that. Once you've logged into your email, you can add email accounts. You can add more. So you could just say to me, George, I want it to be X at whatever. It doesn't matter. You can add emails if you want. It'll take a day to get it all set for you. Okay? It's just, it looks a bit more professional, especially if you're, trying to sign people up into other programs, that they see that you're sending email from your own website. It just adds a little bit of, professionalism. Is it necessary? No, we all use Gmail. Everybody has a Gmail account. Everybody has a Yahoo. So it's not looked at as, oh, well, if you're emailing me from Yahoo, you're not real. Well, no, I don't mean that. It's just really more professional, that's all. Okay? Let's go back to the slide. Classified ad plugin. We already talked about monitors. Classified ad plugin is completely free. Okay, you don't need to pay for it. All you have to do to get it is go up here, and you see where it says classified ads right here on the left menu. Sorry, just free classified ad plugin. And if you're new, there will be a button here. Press the button because you can change where you have it listed anytime you want. Just get it set up and go in and you put logos in. It looks really nice. The one thing that I did add is images. So right here, if you don't see images on your site, no problem. Just fill out a support ticket and I'll add them for you. There's no charge. Okay, but you see there's images for everything. It just makes it, just gives it that extra little bit of professionalism, right? It just looks good. People put in their ads, and then if you click on it, it shows a bigger image here. Okay, that's classifieds. We also have the ClickBank store, which you'll see it as a superstore. Most of you that are new, same thing. Okay, there's images now in the store, and it looks really good. Okay, so people can go there. You can promote the site, see your site. However, I highly recommend that you do the ad examples and promote those. Okay. Okay, so Carlos says, on the list building topic, we're building one list, Worldprofit and outside services. Do we need to build both lists? No, not at all. You can just build your Worldprofit list. As long as you're planning on staying, you can focus on your Worldprofit list, of course, associates. Okay. Okay, CB Store plugin. Member questions, of course, Carlos had the first one. Are there any that I've missed? I'm just going to scroll up here on my little chat window. Looks like we're doing pretty good. How do we get the outside list people into our Worldprofit prospect list? If you have an outside list, that's fine. You can go to Prospect Manager and you just click on Add Prospect. And you can add them here. You can add notes for each prospect. There you go. Yes, you do. Absolutely. We don't have a bulk import system. You could get into some trouble because what will happen is people will purchase a list and then they'll import the whole list into here and then they'll just fire emails at them all the time, and that causes spam complaints, and you don't want to do that. Norma Lima says, how can we see that our email list is growing? It depends on which one. If you're signing up associates, then you would see them listed under the top menu where it says associates. and don't really look at mine because these are mostly just for testing. You can also see them in the Prospect Manager. They'll be, the create dates are at the top. And you'll also receive an email when an associate signs up. Okay, so when you're promoting these ad examples. Okay, so what'll happen is you'll send out this ad, and when somebody fills out their name and their email and they click this, they become a free associate member. You then will receive an email, okay, and I'll show you an image of what this looks like here. It's easier to just do it on a drawing program. So this here is called the landing page. Okay, so when they come in to this landing page and they fill out their name and everything, right? They put their name in and they put their email in. And then they go on to the associates list. Okay, so this is the associates list. So they become a member, like an associate member, and they get on the list of many, well, over 2 million are on this list. And Worldprofit is the autoresponder. A lot of you have asked me, well, does this come with an autoresponder? Yeah, absolutely. A human-driven one. A newsletter goes to these people every single day, reminding them of their login details, in other words, how they log in, and how they can get to different things. And we send an email every single day to all of them, just saying, here's how you log in, here's a special, that kind of a thing. Okay? How long do they go out for? Well, forever, until they opt out. Okay? So that you, as their sponsor, so say you're over here. Let's put you right here. This is you. And you're smiling, right? Happy face, nose, and a big smile. You will get an email telling you the details of this person that signed up. And David Otto says, what does exclusive mean? Those are leads. You can purchase leads anytime you want, right here. Click on leads for purchase and you can get details right here. You can even see a video on how to convert them. These leads are added to your prospect manager. Okay? So if you didn't get an email, make sure that you're using Gmail. Okay, that's the first thing. Okay, so make sure that you're using Gmail. If you're not, go over here, scroll down, and click on Account Details. And you can make the change in there. Okay? And if you're using Gmail and you're not getting the email, we pay money to send that email. Okay, so that email goes out. We actually pay for it. It's not just sent from any mail server. It's sent from a mail server. We actually spend over $1,000 a month sending email. That means that you need to check your spam folder in your Gmail account because it'll be in there. Okay? There you go. Are there any other questions? This process is really easy. Why do I say that? Because we do everything. These people come in and they go to the Live Business Center. They come in the member area. You over here, you're smiling because what you're focused on is the promotion. All you should be promoting are the ad examples to the traffic streams. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do anything else. When you get to the level where Linda and Brian are at, you might phone them. You might call loop them. You might use some of the more advanced programs that we offer. But for the purposes of the brand new person who's just a new silver member, you don't need to do anything. We contact them. We take care of them. All right? And yeah, I wish they all gave phone numbers, but they don't. Some of them do. In the video that I did, in this video, the tour of the membership program, I actually have that in there. I urge them to fill out, if you look down where my arrow in a little mouse is pointed, I ask them to put their phone number in there. And I say, if you put your number in here, your sponsor over here will probably phone you, because you'll get an email saying that your, the associate you sponsored filled in their phone number. You'll get an email saying that. All right. Yes, that's true, Mary. Absolutely. And a great idea is, if you're having any trouble with email and you want like a email address that is strictly for Worldprofit, just go down here and click on email and get set up. Just click on web-based email. I'll set it up for you. I do all the setups. Just tell me what you want. Just go to setup instructions and send that in. I'll get you set up in a day. And you don't need to go to webmail either. You can use a program I use like Postbox or Outlook. You can see I've got my account right here, Biz Builders 101. All right. This is Outlook. Okay, and it's all in here. It just works great. So you can use Postbox if you want. You can use Outlook. You can use any external email checker if you want, just to keep it more organized. You can say, well, I get all my Worldprofit email through my domain, that kind of thing. Okay. We have all the tools. They're all here. Take your time, and as you move along, you can see under Bootcamp Training here that it will say Bootcamp Lesson Summary. This is really helpful because it'll take you through whatever you're interested in learning that day. Website management, for example, prospect manager. You know how we talked about these things? You don't need to go in order. You could just go through these one at a time whenever you get a chance. Yes, you can, David, if you want, but I would recommend a Gmail account or the account that you will have with Worldprofit for your domain. That is probably the best. The problem that you're going to have with email addresses like live.ca are that they do tend to block a lot of email. And to give you an idea of that, if I go to one of our mail servers, say I go to my mail server over here, let me show you what email is. I know you guys are going to like, what? Guy kidding? Email? Let me show you what a mail server looks like. So when you click there, for example, I'm just going to go to our safe list mailer here. And no, it's not going to log me in. That's fine. Yeah, not allowing me in. It's on my other, of course, my other machine has it. But what you'll see when you go into these things is a lot of email addresses like Yahoo and Live and Hotmail block a lot of email because they don't tell you that they're blocking it. They just don't like the email server. So we send out a lot of email through our free server and through our safe list servers, mail servers that is, and they get blocked. So then you lose your account and you come in and we say, well, we just use Gmail. Okay, so that's why I recommend Gmail to everybody. Okay, are there any other questions from anybody? Mary Daniels says, what does Postbox do? Postbox is just an email program. And I'll tell you what, I will do a demo video under Cool Tools this week. As a matter of fact, I'll write that down. That way people can have an understanding. I'll actually write it down in my notepad. Demo video for Postbox, and I will put it under Postbox here. So you see where it says there's a demo video here for JitBit? I will do one for Postbox. Okay. The call loop, you're probably wondering, what's call loop? It's actually under the Prospect Manager. You can find out about it. There's call loop and there's a video in there for it. But maybe I'll add the video here too. That way it's easier to get to. All right. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah, the videos, I do them myself. I come in and I do all of the videos just on my desktop. And there we go. Get back into my slides here. And in case you didn't know, my background is military. I was a military pilot. I went to military college in Canada. Same sort of idea as West Point in the States. I actually went to RMC because they pay you to go to university. You owe, as a pilot, I owed 5 years after I got my degree. And then I did 1 extra year. So I did 10 years. And I just took early retirement because we had too many pilots. So they gave us a really good deal to get out. So I took it. I said, oh, okay, well, try doing something else, because I was flying a lot at almost 2,500 hours of flying. I also did search and rescue for about 2 years. And I got out and started a different business, actually. It didn't work out. And the internet just happened to be kind of coming out. And I started playing around on the internet at the end of '93. And there was that's when Mosaic was the first browser, came out. And I started playing around with it. And all you could see was just this. It would be a white background, not even a white background. It was more of a color like this, a gray background. And there was a browser called Netscape. But that was the second browser. The first one was just called Mosaic, I think. And it was awful. It was just terrible. Nothing worked right. But it was coming. And I saw it. I said, this is really cool. This is going to work. Because anybody who had a modem and a phone line could connect to this internet thing. Yeah, Netscape. I don't even know what's at Netscape. Let's go look at Netscape since we have a minute. Netscape. What is here? You guys also can go in the time machine too and look back at what sites look like. I don't even know what that is. Oh, so it's AOL. So Netscape.com is gone. There you go. There's a little light for the kid. That's stupid. Isn't that crazy? I love it. Oh boy. So anyways, that's Netscape. Gone. So sad. AOL too. Yes, AOL. See, if you guys want to see something really, let's go check our backlinks. Do we have any more? 6 million backlinks to Worldprofit. Isn't that something? That's really bizarre. My goodness. I choose this. I really like this here. It's called Ahref. You can go here and go through all this. What happened to Dr. Lant? Dr. Lant retired, and Sandy Hunter and I bought him out of Worldprofit. He was one of the co-founders, and he is a brilliant, ingenious writer, and he's writing. He's probably written over 100 books. You can find him on Facebook. So just go to Facebook and type in Dr. Jeffrey Lant. And he's an incredible writer, and he was a wonderful partner. Yeah, he was the CEO for many, many years. And he retired about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. And now I'm running the show, hopefully doing trying to do as good a job as he did. And I'm also a programmer. So there, hopefully that answers your question. Yes, Mary, yeah, I remember that. Now Linda Elzey is our monitor supervisor. She's in charge of training along with Brian Armstrong. And they do an absolutely incredible job teaching the monitors the subtleties of sales. The best salesperson is the person that doesn't sell anything. Always has been, always will be. How many of you are going to go get Postbox? I didn't sell. I used to sell vacuum cleaners. I sold so many vacuum cleaners, I sold Filter Queen, that my dad made me quit. I was 16 years old, and he made me quit. He said, you will not, because I said to him, I think I'll just quit school and sell vacuums, because I made more money than he did. He was a welder, pipe fitter, and he was pulling in a lot of money. And I sold Filter Queen vacuums for, it was $1,200, and I made $200 in commission. And I was selling 2 a day sometimes. It was $400 in a day, and I was living good. And I'm glad he made me quit. Yeah, they wanted to make me manager. Do you imagine I was going to manage a little Filter Queen, like not full manager, but just, kind of like a supervising manager? And that was when I had to quit. So Brian, I'll do a video for you, okay? I promise I'll do a video, and I'll let everyone know, and I'll put it under Cool Tools, and it'll be just to the right of it. And I'm sure my video will help you, because I know Postbox can be a little especially with Gmail. You got to kind of log into Gmail, turn on Postbox, connect Postbox to your Gmail. It'll automatically do it. And then it'll pop up a window and it'll say Gmail. The Google will come up and you say yes and all this stuff, and it'll work. You only have to do it one time, and then it'll be fine. Yeah, that's right, Mary. Absolutely. Okay, folks, I'm going to end the recording now, and wish everybody a great weekend. Like I said, spring is coming, and sales are great. Just keep promoting. That's the secret. Build your list of associates, and then sell to that list. Okay? That's the secret to this whole thing. All right?